If you're a podcast host, listen up, this one's for you. My name is Allie Jackson. I'm the host of Finding Mr. Height, a dating and relationship podcast that I've been doing for 4 years now, sharing my positive and practical approach to dating that's built on my own life experience. And I wanted to share another experience that I've had, my secret behind monetizing my show. It's called Red Circle, and I was just telling my colleague about how much I love their platform. With Red Circle, not only am I getting a seamless hosting experience, but I also love the support I receive in ad sales. It's not just typical ad sales either. It's targeted opportunities based on my show and my life. And the platform is super simple. You just set your preferences and Red Circle matches you with sponsors that align with your show. You can vet every opportunity and their platform gives you great analytics. More recently too, my Red Circle team has brought me opportunities outside of my podcast on social media to really augment the podcast partnerships, bring them full circle. I just can't recommend them enough. If you want to give it a try, go to redcircle.com to get your free trial. That's redcircle.com for a free trial.
Dissect, DJ. We are the Dissect DJs. I'm Ryan Castle. Joining with me, as always, is my partner in crime, DJ Jag, Justin Garcia.
Wiggity, Jag in the building, and who you know we got?
And once again, joining us, our favorite movie coverage guest, Jason Malabuyak.
Man, it's good to be back. New digs, new corner,
The new digs.
Hey, Jay, wait.
We made
Hey,
it.
Jay, wait.
We made
Yeah.
We made
And
it.
who are we? We're the DJs that like to
Spin it, mix it, throw it back, and dissect it. And today, we're throwing it back to one of all of our favorite movies, 1996, the one and only Happy Gilmore.
which apparently coming out with a brand new part 2.
I heard that.
Sequel is coming out apparently like now.
Yeah.
Like at the
today
time of
or tomorrow or
recording,
something like that. Like, yeah. So that's why I wonder why we're doing this exact episode. Marketing at its best. You know what we're doing. Come on now.
It's all about timing, baby. It's all about timing.
So Happy Gilmore, one of my all-time favorite movies. Really appreciate the fact that they're finally like making something out of it, because there are a few times where I actually feel like making a sequel in the deep future would work. But this is one that I'm like, I'd be signed off on immediately. Bring me all the Happy updates. Chubbs. No, there's no updates with Chubbs. The Shooter McGavin. The Virginia, whatever her name was, you know, all the
any of the names you're saying, but we all remember this movie. This movie was something we all kind of grew up on. And we're like, what are we watching? Do I like golf? I don't know, but Happy brought a new element to golf, because golf has always been one of those things where it's like, it's peaceful. You got to be quiet. And he was like, no, we're going to make this.
Happy disrupted the whole process.
And I feel like it's something that was needed in golf. Why hasn't there been a guy that came out and did this? It's not illegal. It's just, you got to follow the way. You got to follow. There should be a Happy.
We needed a Happy all along.
Right now, we need a Happy.
I would still love to have a Happy in the golf space. It would probably get me way more invested.
We had a Tiger. He was cool. He did the,
But he didn't disrupt anything.
There was a tiger on the prowl at some point, but he's hibernating now. He's a little hurt.
Yeah.
A little injured.
But let's start here. Do you think that this movie created 30 plus years of Adam Sandler in leading roles that we've just become accustomed to?
It definitely helped. This is what I feel like. He had a couple other movies prior to this. He had the Billy Madison, which is
Really just Billy Madison,
It was
I
a
think.
little childish, right?
And they had a weird movie called like Boat, like on the, what was it? I know
Overboard.
Overboard, yeah. That nobody saw, and I'm sure I've never watched it. I've just seen the cover at Blockbuster, and it just feels like, I don't need to watch that one.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I know the title, but I did not watch that movie.
I felt like I knew that was like a stay away from the beginning.
But I was ready for that question.
Yeah.
We just got to be ready. We stay ready around here.
And he was in Airheads. He was a third member.
Oh, that's
of
right.
Airheads.
Yeah, he was the
Classic
drummer.
movie. Even though that movie was
Pip.
absolutely ridiculous.
I loved Airheads.
Anyway, we're not talking about that today. That's a different time for a different era. But yes, did it provide us with a bunch of Adam Sandler movies for the next 30 years? It definitely gave him the boost that he needed
Set
to
him
be
up.
able to provide all the ridiculous movies that he was able to do over the last 3 years. So I'll say yes. I'll agree with that statement. I'll agree with it.
I agree with like the first half that you said. Is like Billy Madison was the catalyst,
Yeah.
and then that kind of set it.
Yeah.
Because
You think Billy Madison was the first thing to?
That
well, yeah, it definitely set him off. Well, and then of
set
course
him on the right path.
And then of course his appearances on Saturday Night Live was really his initial introduction. But I think that maybe along with Jim Carrey, nobody has ever had a better launch to the first few movies of their career than Adam Sandler. That really just set them up for You Could Do Anything Without Fail for the next several decades. Mm-hmm. Let me just first throw it back to this. Do you think Happy Gilmore is actually Adam Sandler's best movie? Wow, let's go there first.
Did we not talk about this? You should have asked me this prior. So
all right, we'll come back to that because I at least say this because it'll make the point that I'm trying to make. I feel like without question, this is Adam Sandler's best movie. And
without question?
Yes.
Wow.
Coming off of
what a statement.
Billy Madison, then he makes Happy Gilmore, then he makes Wedding Singer. So we first knew him from Saturday Night Live, but then he makes 3 banger movies, and America just falls in love with Adam Sandler. And he can really do no wrong from that point to like eternity. And he's able to get by with making multiple movies that are like
ridiculous movies. He had 50 First Days was pretty good. I enjoyed that movie. But then he had the one where he was a devil kid or whatever, and then he had a Big Daddy.
Little Nicky was
ridiculous. Then he had a Big Daddy with him and the kid pissing and shit.
What was the one where he was like a foreign hairdresser who like worked for
don't
like
mess with the Zohan.
The Zohan.
Zohan, dude. What?
Had the blow dryer and then the pelvic thrust. Yeah.
Then he had Jack and Jill and Chuck and Larry. Like he was really able to just feast on the first few movies of his career. And like I said, I feel like he followed the Jim Carrey model because Jim Carrey's first few main role movies were all bangers. In like 1 year, he came out with Ace Ventura, The Mask, and Dumb and Dumber. And he was just set. And then Cable Guy came out through that.
Cable Guy sucked. He blew it. He went off the fucking edge with Cable Guy.
But it didn't matter because he already had like established himself as like, America loves watching me do these movies. They're all funny, and I could just go ahead and coast from there. And I feel like if we look at actually Adam Sandler's career, if you go look at his SNL work, he was beloved on that show, but I would just say go back and watch it and tell me what Adam Sandler did that was actually like really funny.
Yeah, he was a third character.
He was just charming. He used to do the update stuff, and he would do those songs, which I would actually argue go back.
Song? This is one of the songs from We're going to slowly go through the entire Happy Gilmore soundtrack throughout this entire episode. So get ready, people.
I don't know what that was.
Castle's
not
ready.
That was
Carry On, Wayward Son.
All right.
You'll know it from the movie.
No, but all you did was actually disrupt the entire point I was making with songs that were not actually sung by Adam Sandler at all.
Sorry, I was just throwing on the soundtrack of Happy Gilmore.
Right. Maybe a little bit more decorum in how you do that.
Yeah,
like you could
find
a good time.
I thought you said song. I threw on a song. Anyway,
yeah, because I was saying that Adam Sandler used to sing songs in the update desk.
Hence.
Like Sloppy Joe, Sloppy Joe.
Well, that actually goes back to the main thing that actually works for Adam Sandler is most of his best appearances on Saturday Night Live was actually just like, I'm going to stand here and let Farley just cook. He's going to do 98% of the funny thing, and I'm just going to be the straight man standing around, you know? But a lot of his songs were actually kind of annoying. Like, he'd be like, turkey for me, turkey for you. And like, I swear, if you did that now, I don't think it would have the legs that it had back then. He'd go on there every Halloween and be like, I'm Crazy Spoon Man. I got a spoon on my forehead. How crazy is that? And like, he would do the same shtick every year. And that was, I pretty much did the whole joke. Like, that was it.
That was it. Let's hear Sloppy Joe real quick.
Wear this net on my head, 'cause my red hair is falling out. I wear these brown orthopedic shoes, 'cause I got a bad case of the gout.
You're right. His songs were like, he just came out with these stupid comedy songs that were kind of like, he random lyrics with his guitar and made it, you know, he made it work.
Kind of just most of his songs. I mean, and I used to love his CDs because they had really funny sketches. It was never for the music, but the songs were mostly just like, I'm singing in a goofy voice. I'm gonna do another rhyme that says something with this noise. Like, he would just do that.
That was actually pretty good.
He did a great job impressioning that.
I could make some Adam Sandler music. Like, and then he would just like strung like basic chords and a guitar.
Get this guy a guitar over here.
That was kind of his whole like music shtick, and he would do that on SNL all the time. And as you just heard with what you were playing, The crowd would just laugh at everything.
They loved it, man.
What would he say? They're like, I have red hair and I have a hairnet on my head. And like everybody was like, I love it.
This
guy is cooking.
He's so
This
good.
fool is cooking.
You know, we can't see this. You know, Saturday Night Live. They might have like a laugh cue or like an applause.
They definitely
one.
do.
They might have said like
100%.
I've been.
laugh,
It,
and they're like,
it does have that. Yes.
he said hairnet.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. That's
That is
exactly what
funny.
lunch ladies have. But the sketch ends up working because Chris Farley ends up dancing around and he makes the whole thing work. Like
So great.
so. A lot of his SNL success was very much dictated, I think, that he was just surrounded by some really great talent, namely Chris Farley. But that actually then gets him these movies. And I always loved Billy Madison. I love Happy Gilmore. Those were the original two that I then, of course, everybody in our age range just loved both those movies. And I will say this. Back in those days, we used to actually compare those two movies, like which one's better, and we used to have a hard time being like, I don't know, I love them both. They both have such funny parts. Having watched those back, like as an adult,
Happy wins.
I feel like it's a knockout blow. Like Happy Gilmore is such a funnier, more complete movie. He's such a better rounded character. Billy Madison is a lot of just like Adam Sandler acting drunk, and it's funny because he's so stupid.
And there's a big penguin randomly, and I hate you, penguin.
Penguin? Yeah, it's a lot of him just acting like
penguin
an
was
idiot.
pretty funny,
The
yeah.
first like 15 minutes
Now
of
that I
that
think
movie.
about it, it's actually, I'm laughing. I'm thinking about it.
The first like 15 minutes of that movie is literally just like Adam Sandler acting like an idiot, and because this is how he imagines a drunk person would act. It doesn't age nearly as well as the comedy in Happy Gilmore. So I think by far Happy Gilmore was the funniest full complete movie that I ever did. I think Wedding Singer was an excellent follow-up because that was even more of a mainstream, great rom-com movie. And I don't think that he made anything nearly as good as either of those movies for about 20 years. It wasn't until I've seen some recent stuff when
Wait
I
a
think...
minute, you didn't like 50 First Dates?
No, it's an annoying premise. I've seen it. It just gets annoying as you keep watching it. It's literally built to annoy you. It's like, oh, the girl just keeps forgetting stuff. And the idea that her family would literally like repaint a wall, repaint a wall every single night just to be like, well, it makes it easier on her. Like, I don't know.
I
try a little harder.
I couldn't get through it.
Yeah, I'm
really?
not a big fan of
I'm gonna
it.
apologize to my wife
That's a
right
family
now.
favorite.
because
That's a family-
She loves that movie. I'm like, I'm just gonna be on my phone over here.
I'll go to sleep.
But let's not sleep on The Waterboy. I think that movie is pretty fucking funny.
I know we've talked about this.
He's not a fan. He's not a fan.
It's
but
not
I'm a
my
fan.
favorite. It's not
I
nearly
like
as
Waterboy.
good. I don't like Adam Sandler.
Anything for 20 years. Anything.
Well, I thought he was so much funnier as Happy than as, what was that, Bobby Boucher? Yeah.
I feel like Happy was like more of who Adam actually is.
Exactly,
Is that
which
like-
is
you think-
what
That
carried him.
makes a lot of sense.
That's my
Yeah.
point, is that that's what carried him, because he's actually the best part of everything Adam Sandler brings to the table in this role. Okay, he's lovable, but he's also got a quick switch to be like, I'll lose my shit.
I'll fuck you up.
And I'll like just go over the top. One of the things I love about the opening package of this movie, with the soothing sounds of what we just opened up with, the Lynyrd Skynyrd's Tuesday's Gone, which I think is just the perfect theme. Like, there's few songs that I could think of that better encompass a movie as like the theme of the movie, bringing it in and leaving the movie with it. That song would not slap nearly as hard if I didn't associate it with Happy Gilmore. I don't think. I'm sure there's a lot of Lynyrd
Unless you
Skynyrd
were
fans that
70
were like,
and you grew up with, you know,
yeah, they would like love that,
like-
but I forever hear that song and I associate it with this movie. And I actually think the intro of this movie is done perfectly because you got the home video. Immediately you're told who this guy is, what his backstory is, from his love from hockey, how that gets passed down from his dad.
how he makes anything look like a sexual
He just
connotation.
humps
of-
everything.
That's Adam Sandler's humor, immediately getting like brought, showing you all the jobs he has with like the janitor broom and the nightstick with the cop and all that stuff.
The nail in the head, which randomly shows up later in the movie.
Yeah.
How did he not take out the nail?
Got to take out that nail.
But he left it in for
Mr.
like...
Larson, come on. How long has this been? Just walking around with a fucking nail in your head? Even like going back to when he's a kid, like we get explained so much. First of all, where the love of hockey comes from, which by the way, his mom, absolutely right decision to walk out on his dad. Fool was like literally not taking his eyes off the camera. I remember going to a Dodger game when I was a kid with a guy who was just like, oh no, I'm so hardcore Dodger fan. And he literally watched the whole game just like, oh, no, don't talk, man. Focus on this pitch. And I was just remember thinking like, all right, so I appreciate your fandom, but at a certain point, you got to realize you
Little-
suck to go to a game with,
little
right?
excessive. Like
Like
I
you
can't
you
even-
need to like lean forward to watch every pitch just to make sure you're really like dialed in. Like
Did he have
fuck
like
you.
a headphone with like AM radio, and
or,
he's like,
or the notes.
he's
Have
like,
you ever
yeah.
seen the guys with
He
the notes
might
that
have.
write each
Yeah. Oh no,
play?
taking a
He's like
score.
the box-
yeah.
the box
No, the box score. That
The
was
box
a
score,
a
like
single to first.
All right, it's a single.
That was a
I'm gonna-
6-1.
It's K backwards
I
K.
hate people like that.
the next game I go to, I'm gonna do that, and people are like, "Are you taking like box score? You don't like baseball?" Like, no, crossword puzzle.
It's good.
Game's actually kind of boring me a little bit. Yeah, but like she does waves the hand and he won't even look up, and it's like your wife is leaving you right now. Okay, you gotta blow it. All right, she's gone.
Loves hockey, man. That's it.
Yeah. That's it. So that's where he gets it, and he talks about his love of hockey. And he loves the Tasmanian Devil, Terry O'Reilly, who I actually looked up, real hockey player, and he looks like this.
Show the camera. Show the camera. There.
Well, yeah, I'll
I
throw
know
it
you're
on the
gonna show it,
screen.
but-
I want you guys to see.
If you looked up hockey player in a dictionary, there
This
he
is
is.
his picture is right next to it. That's
Zero
incredible.
front teeth, and he's smiling about it. And I
First-
was looking up other information, and I saw that he incited a riot once. He like
Yeah,
got in
he
a
did.
crowd and like started fighting fans.
I would expect nothing less.
Yeah, so that's
He was missing not only his front 2, but like front 4 teeth.
all
Hell
the
yeah.
front
Fully-
teeth. He was happy with it, and it's like back when I used to live across the street from North End, and the Kings would always go there. You always knew the Kings players because they were always just smiling. Not only were they missing their front teeth, but they were like happy to show everybody. They wore it like a badge of honor, just like Terry O'Reilly, who wasn't the biggest guy on the ice, but he feared no one, just like me.
Just like me.
So then we get possibly the funniest death in movie history because, first of all, whose angle are we getting as his dad's like, oh yeah, look at the ice. The puck gets shot directly at the camera, and it cuts right to after the funeral. I went to go live with my grandma.
Yeah, my childhood was going great, but life is full of surprises. After the funeral, I was sent to live with my grandma in Waterbury.
So I actually have a question for you guys.
Hit me. Hit us.
Is that the funniest death? Hard thing to pull off, but is that the funniest death in movie history? Because of the way they cut right from life is full of surprises.
If we're gonna jump to another movie, I have one for you. I'm just gonna share it real quick because I laugh every time I see it. But the other guys,
That's the first one I have written.
Bro.
The other guys.
you would.
I
would
love
have-
how that movie starts.
Two of the biggest movie stars in the world. I would have never thought they would be like, aim for the bushes. There was no awning in that direction.
The Rock and Samuel Jackson. I love how that movie begins by looking like this whole movie's about these two guys and they're badass crime fighters. Am I wrong, or did they not play There Goes My
They
Hero?
sure did.
Aim for the bushes.
The way the camera follows them all the way down, and it just like
Special Forces zipline. These guys are pros. You think what I'm thinking? Aim for the bushes.
So that's the first one I had on my list. Funniest death. I actually think that's number one above this one. I also just happened to watch this movie for the first time last week, also involving The Rock. Have you ever seen the Reno 911 movie where they go to Miami? So there's this part where The Rock comes out and he's like, he's supposed to teach
He
them.
tries to grab the grenade.
Yeah, he's supposed to like teach them how to handle a grenade. It's like the one scene he's in, so you think he's gonna be a big part of the movie. The grenade falls out, and he's like, "That's okay. I still have 10 seconds to handle it, and I'm a professional." And he goes to pick it up, and he just like kicks it.
And then nothing but blood. yeah.
It's his only
So
role
wait,
in the
both
movie.
of the action 2 movies both had The Rock in
So
them?
he's
Am I-
just
Yeah.
He's very talented.
Done that.
Very talented.
On-
You know what?
quick deaths.
You gotta respect the fact that he's able to take himself like not so seriously to do that. Steven Seagal would never.
No.
He could not do that.
Couldn't do it.
I got one more for you. Actually,
right,
this
what's
came
up?
to my head. Dodgeball, Patches O'Houlihan.
That's a good one. Oh
and
my god.
The casino light.
The luck of the
It
Irish.
falls. The luck of the Irish falls right on top of him after he's gonna go get some hookers.
Tomorrow we're gonna pecker slap those Globo Gym bastards.
Yeah! You really think we can beat Global Gym Peace? As long as we got patches, we got a shot.
But anyways, immediately the next thing we see that not only does he then have like a rage about him when he's like, that kid right there just stole my party blower. Look at me go.
See, after my dad died, I developed kind of a short fuse. That kid right there just stole my party blower, and instead of asking for it back, I felt I had to belt him in the head a bunch of times with a hammer. Look at me go.
I always made my apologies worthwhile that he's like giving him a cake and he's giving him a back rub and stuff. So I immediately learned with this perfect background song that Happy grew up without a mom because she left because his dad loved hockey too much. Without a dad because his dad died from an unfortunate accident watching hockey, but that's why he has a passion for hockey. That he also has rage. He also has a sweet spot to him that's like he actually really does like want to like be nice and like care for people. He just like has a rage about him. And then we also learned that he holds the 2 coolest records in hockey history.
Which are?
Most hours in the penalty box, and he was the only one to take off his skate and try to stab somebody. Which record do you think is more impressive?
I'm going to go skate because, you know, you got to keep people on their toes, you know.
You got to be on the ice a
I
lot.
believe that's called the enforcer. That's
Yeah.
what it's called in hockey right there. So,
I want to see a banner.
Marty McSorley, eat your heart out.
Somebody have a banner that like upholds in the rafters. Happy Gilmore, only one to try to stab somebody with his ice skate mid-game.
That skate is probably worth something now, too, actually.
Yeah.
And the scene forever lives in my head where he slams the guy in the head, and I forget what he says right there.
When they cut to the now.
Yeah. And he's
Don't
like,
you ever try to touch my puck? Yeah. And we jump right to the now.
they're like tryouts, and they pretty much let everybody on the team except him and like 2 other players. And he's like, hold up, what about me? And they're like, oh, yeah, are you not on the list?
Better luck next year. I don't even know why they're like, oh, we called your name, right? At that point, I remember as a kid being like, yeah, just lie to him. Like, hey, you know, I think you did. And I'm just going to saunter over.
Mm-hmm.
No, but they
It
laughed
sounds like you're saying,
at
yeah, yeah.
Happy. They laughed at Happy. You fucked up.
Why did Happy not know how to skate in the first place? You spent all of your life. I tried to learn how to skate for like a couple months as a 7-year-old, and I got a pretty good grapple on it. I don't know
he
why.
was shot at 21. It was crazy.
Yeah. And why did those coaches, when he fired the puck right at their glass, they didn't even flinch? God,
He did
man,
have a
what
hell of a shot on him. If he
Hell
could
of a
aim,
shot.
if he could aim that thing like the guy from Mighty Ducks, I think he would have had a chance. But
What was his name again?
Fulton Reed,
Fulton.
everybody.
Yeah,
Fulton.
yeah.
so good. Jay Way is always on.
Further discussed in our episode on Mighty Ducks. It's actually crazy. I'm just realizing this is our second episode discussing hockey.
Yeah, hockey's not really that big of a sport.
This is more of a golf movie, though.
And guess what? It's a golf.
That's
Yeah,
right.
it's
that's right.
actually a golf
That's
would've
right.
never- you would've
Let's get
never
into
known.
that. What's the
All
next
right.
thing? Before you do, another song from the movie.
1, 2, 3, 4.
What scene was that from?
I forget, but it's on the soundtrack.
That album cover, though?
Show them the quick clip of the album cover real quick.
Wow.
What were you
Gucci
guys
had-
thinking? My goodness.
Wait, what band is that?
Oh, do you want to see it? Look at this. We'll look at it real quick because you're gonna throw that on. Look, what were-
these guys?
Sam the
They
Sham
went
and
all
the
in, man. No,
Pharaohs.
Yikes. All right. Bold choice to make your entire career band's image about. I don't even want to try to
Egypt,
say what that
basically.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you guys from Egypt? No, we're from actually we're
North
from
Carolina.
Yeah, North Carolina. Yeah.
All right. What's the next question you got for us, Steve? What's the next
Well, I
subject?
just wanted to carry it through. So basically, then Happy, he does not make the team. He beats up the entire team as a result, showing a real Terry O'Reilly spirit in him. Then he comes home, and I just have down Happy's girlfriend might be like the shittiest display of a girlfriend in movie history. Like, clearly there's past issues with them. She's for sure sick of him as like chasing a hockey career when he doesn't even know how to fucking skate. Which I understand, and she has full reason to do that. But how was that their breakup moment?
See you later.
Hey, can you just stick around? I kind of had a rough day.
Bye.
When are you getting back?
Never.
And he's like, when are you coming back? And she's like, never. And he's like, what? And she's like, bye. Like, how is this how the conversation is being happened?
Oh,
like,
she was done with him.
That should have been an argument that happened months ago. And like, why was she even still there if this is how she's reacting? Like,
What I want to know is, do you think that his song that he sang to her on the intercom really got her back in the past? Like, maybe she came back and he was like, I want to kiss you all over and over and over again. maybe that worked in the past. Like maybe he was able to, do that.
For sure did.
It did, right? He was like, I'm gonna get her again with the.
She had her mind made up though.
Kiss
She's like,
song,
you know
by
what?
the way.
If this guy walks in with a fucking sandwich or whatever the fuck,
Yeah,
done.
I can't do it anymore.
If she was that out, she could have left a note.
However,
I almost think it would have gone over better.
However, little Asian lady was outside
Dun,
waiting,
dun,
listening.
dun.
Till the night closes in.
Till the night closes in.
Okay, don't do it with the reverb.
Sorry,
That's
too much.
It's probably still sounding better than mine.
Then the little Asian woman comes in.
How horny was that Asian lady though?
Hey, you want breakfast?
That part is
Such
so
a classic. That is like one of the most classic scenes.
But
of
can
this
we actually
movie.
think about how horny this lady is? Like, she just is walking by, sees, first of all, just a random little boy looking at this intercom. This guy's singing some Kiss songs, and her thought is, I could get in on this, huh?
wakes up, does her
that
thing.
your Asian accent?
Cut that.
Got it. Wakes up and she gets in his jersey and is eating cereal at his apartment. Just crazy. Like what?
I asked you guys what your favorite quote is, and the first one I wrote down was, "Hey, you don't want breakfast?"
Classic scene.
Everything about that 5 seconds is so funny. I love that he wakes up with one shoe on, one Timberland, immediately gives call, jumps out of there. She comes back in his hockey jersey. I remember watching this as a kid, and my aunt was in the room, and that moment when she runs out there, like, she lost her shit. She was laughing.
Your auntie did?
Yeah, she was laughing so hard. She thought that was the funniest part of the movie.
Yeah. Huh? All right, sit tight. I'll be right over.
Hey, you know our breakfast?
My scene, just jumping forward way to like the middle of the movie, would be go to your home. That's your home. But go to the hole. It's your home. Like that stuck out to me as a kid because the guy had just preached to him about hitting the hole.
Kevin Nealon?
Kevin Nealon was like the balls. His
Bags are packed.
bags, ready to go.
He wants to go home.
Classic. I
Send him
don't know
home.
why that stuck out to me. It sticks out to me, but I say that to this day. Like whenever I miss something, like go to your home.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Jay?
Dude, I might even stay on Kevin Nealon. He had a great feature and the doing the bull dance.
I have that written down too.
Feeling the flow.
Working it.
And it's his tone. He just delivered that so perfectly.
All right, well,
just a great feature.
I'll come back to the other quotes, but just because we passed another one, and that's one that I've used so many times in life, is just, damn it! Is that goal regulation size or what? I've said that so many times when I've either missed a shot on goal or even like missed a shot in like hoops and like, is that rim regulation size or what?
It's perfect.
Comes up too often, so yeah, that one always lives on for me.
All right.
I will say this movie is filled with quotes. I couldn't I have two.
It's
written
so
down.
many. It's not even like the poignant quotes as much as just the random moments, like what we were just saying. Like
That's what we live for.
Those are the ones that like live on the most for me. That
You see
probably get most quoted.
These three guys here, we live for those random moments all the time.
Yeah.
Moving on in the movie. Next subject, Steve.
We talked about this earlier. This song very synonymous with Happy Gilmore, but this is the Mighty Ducks all the way. We'll forever
Amazing how much
think
Mighty
of this
Ducks
as the Mighty
and this
Ducks.
movie have a kind of a.
The only two hockey movies I could think of. I know
It's not a hockey movie. It's a
I know,
golf
but
movie.
it's hockey adjacent, and I can't think of it. I know Slapshot was a thing. I never really watched that.
And
That
then
was
Goon.
a lot of people.
I didn't watch
I didn't
Goon
even know what
either.
that is.
Oh yeah.
So for
That movie sucked.
our childhood, these are the only movies that are hockey adjacent at all. If Happy's grandfather built the house with his bare hands, as Happy says, once the tax guy, Robert Smigel, says that he's got to take the house, he's like, you don't understand, my grandfather built this house with his bare hands. That house didn't have much longer to stand anyways, I gotta say. If an old man built that shit with his bare hands.
People are able to build some immaculate things with their hands. I think you're discounting how well made the house
I
is
question the
possibly made.
structurability after several decades if grandfather actually put it together brick by brick.
They didn't say how long it took. It might have taken like 20 fucking years
Yeah,
to build
man.
that.
Would have
but
been. I would rather have a construction company throw that together.
With
myself.
that said, the house was sold at auction for $350,000.
Man,
which
what a
at this
time,
point,
huh?
depending on what state, it could be a little something. What state? Do we know what state this was?
Can you do like a tier right here? I don't know if you can do like a.
Yeah, because if you're trying to get that same house in
time when that
California,
was-
you will be in a straight ghetto. I don't even think you can get one. I think in Banning, California, you still are paying $450, if not more.
And that's for banning.
Beautiful this time of year.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't even
No,
know where it
it's
is.
never- it's
It just
never
sounds
beautiful.
like a far city that I'm probably not going to find myself in.
Baker might have a
No
property
shots
for,
at the people of Banning. I'm sure you
no,
guys
just,
have a tan.
just more of the
Lovely.
properties
Good
that are there
Yeah.
off of Zizek's Road. As you're on the way to Vegas, there might be a property you might be able to get for $350, and that's
Zizek's,
but it's,
okay.
but it's doubtful.
Now that you put it in that context, Banning feels like one of those cities that you come across on your way to Vegas.
It's absolutely
It's
all
just-
those.
yeah,
Nobody
yeah.
ever stops except for you to go to the
Victorville,
gas station and to get
Zizek's.
chips before you continue on.
Yeah.
And you make sure your windows are rolled up and you lock your doors.
What? And you just try not to think of the movie The Hills Have Eyes.
Don't look over there. Don't look over there.
I once saw a woman with missing her arm and one leg. It was opposite arm. Her right leg was missing and her left arm was missing. And she was just
on the side of the road.
but she was balanced on a gas station.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and she actually was
I'll actually applaud that. That's
she was hopping along. It was
Impressive
crazy.
balance.
I was trying to do it like sitting down. I can't even do it.
I say hit up Garrett Glitter for that.
Yeah, got you.
Give her 3 chairs.
By the way, ladies and gentlemen, if you have not noticed, we are on YouTube, we are on Spotify, we are on Apple Podcasts. You guys need to subscribe, like. I hate the world of podcasting as far as like subscribe and like right here, and then you put a little beeper sound and
Goes
shit.
bing, bing.
I hate that shit, but apparently you got to do it to
Gotta do it,
have a
man.
successful podcast.
So where would it be? Would it be like right
it's
here?
it's here, some
There?
castle. Oh,
There?
yeah,
Right
one
there.
of those places. One of
I'll
those
put it right
places.
there. I'll make it
yeah.
work.
And also, like we always say, comment on our Instagram and TikTok. We love to talk. We'll talk some shit back to you. If you don't like it,
Suck my white ass ball.
there you go. We'll fucking Happy Gilmore that shit straight to you.
All right, I want to get to the part where Happy actually learns how to drive because he learns his grandma's getting kicked out of his house. And then we got Will Sasso as one of the movers, and he goes out and finds them golfing, right?
Okay. I remember that part.
Will Sasso has the worst golf swing on record that
That's
I've
a really
ever
bad run.
seen.
Show it real quick.
Cut the golf sissy crap and finish up in there.
Relax. Think of it as a way to enjoy your grandma's possessions for another half hour.
Oh my God, you got a hold of that one.
I'd like to see you try it.
Yeah, it's not as easy as it looks. Sorry, ladies, I'm not the golfing type.
I'll tell you what. You hit a ball past my ball, and we'll go straight back to work so you can watch your precious hockey game.
Give me the stupid club.
Yeah, that was really bad, wasn't it? That was terrible.
And then he has the balls to be like, I'll tell you what, if you could hit your ball past my ball.
Which
like,
was 4 feet away.
he shanks it about 8 feet that way, and it's like, all right, well, yeah,
But
give it
then
a shot.
Happy smacks it 400 yards to the next house, hits the guy in the head, hits the lady off the top of the house. She falls down. Like, Happy has a smack
He's
on
got
his ball.
range.
Can we be real? Like,
You hit that guy.
Can we talk about the accuracy too?
Yeah.
smack.
That's same.
Straight.
Right down the
It doesn't-
street.
It doesn't go right. It doesn't go left. It's
Arguably more
Has a
impressive
sound-
than the distance.
Like
he gets
Superman
it right down the
flying.
middle of the
it
street.
goes through trees. Like, it doesn't get stopped. It hits
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
leaves.
Yeah.
Like, he has some velocity behind that ball when he's going. And throughout the movie, let's be honest, he hit a hole in one, and he was like, I should just try to do that every time.
Oh, it's way easier. I
That's
should
way
just do that
easier
every
than-
time.
I think that's the only hole in one he hits, except when he's a Subway candidate.
Talk about a hole in one.
And then from that boy is the best Subway, because he was much better than the previous.
Subway's ad placement is some of the best product placement I've ever seen in any movie. They're featured all throughout in the best way possible. Like, he wears a Subway shirt. Subway is on the caddy's bag that he carries for him. Even at the beginning when he's like, hey,
They must
I
have paid.
came home with Subway. It almost just kind of feels like, I feel like Adam Sandler just likes Subway. Considering that now we're in an era where Subway is doing anything and spending no expense
They've lost so many stores.
to try to get you to forget about their previous spokesperson.
Yeah, who was that again?
They're
What's his
throwing
name?
Charles Barkley at it. They're throwing Steph Curry, Tom Brady.
yeah. No,
they're
they're
like,
done.
I feel
They're
like Megan Rapinoe, just Simone Biles, like every professional athlete that would cost a fortune. They're throwing all of them, be like, No, look over here. Look over here. Forget about what we did the last decade and a half.
He even wore a Subway T-shirt to what's his name? His trainer's funeral. What was his trainer's name?
Chubbs.
It wasn't his funeral. That was just the
100% that was at his funeral. He's at his funeral.
It was the golf tournament. They had a little display for him.
Okay, where he also wore it, and you could look back at this if you like, because I just got done watching it. He shook the empty hand of Chubbs with a Subway shirt at the funeral.
All right,
Subway is throughout this
maybe
movie.
it was just because they shot it at the same location, but it's clearly the same tournament that they're already at, and that's why Shooter's there, and he's like, congratulations, you killed a legend.
Dude, can we talk about Shooter real quick?
Wait. It's like people only do things because they get paid. That's just really sad. You don't have to throw mine in there, but you should cut that clip in there when you guys are talking about
Wayne's World.
The ultimate product placement moment ever.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong on this one, but for me, the beast doesn't include selling out. Garth, you know what I'm talking about, right?
It's like people only do things because they get paid. And that's just really sad.
Subway doesn't need to spend all this money on all the top athletes now. Literally just use the commercial that Happy shot, which I love.
Good, man.
Because if you ever been to another state and you watch their local TV, that totally reminds me of mid-90s local commercials. Every time I would ever visit my family in Ohio, that's all they'd be like, "Hey, I'm Sandy Alomar from the Cleveland Indians. And if you need to get your gas, look no further than Marathon Gas Station." They would always just be the most verbatim script that they read, and that's exactly what I got vibes of that.
Talk about a hole-in-one.
Yeah.
You got 5 channels in that hotel. Nice.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's go to the Shooter question. I know you had a Shooter question.
I do. All right, we could jump to Shooter. Shooter McGavin.
I love him.
Is he the greatest sports movie villain of all time?
Now, I'm going to say real quick, I'm going to jump in here. I don't think Shooter was a villain. It was Shooter's time. Shooter had been going through the ranks. There's a part of the movie where there's 3 other guys with a jacket on, and he's like, I'm the next one to get it. And he had been working. He had been, at every tournament, winning. It was his time to win. And out of nowhere, Happy comes out of nowhere, and he's like, hold up, this is my time. And all he's doing is protecting his possible legacy of trying to be a Shooter. Now, when he did meet us at the 9th hole at 7 o'clock, a little rude. That was a little messed up to do that.
It would appear so, wouldn't it?
That was a little messed up. But when they had the argument, stay out of my way, listen to what I say. And then he was like, why don't I just eat some hay?
Or just lay by the bay.
Lay by bay and eat some hay. Yeah, that scene as a kid, I laughed, laughed. It was the greatest scene. It was a perfect kid scene. This movie is kind of adult-ish with a lot of the things we do. But that scene specifically... That scene specifically made me. Bob Barker's in this, dude. This is adult specific. Nobody knew who that was except adults.
I would argue that any kid in the 90s who stayed home from school at any point knew who Bob Barker was, because it was pretty much you either watched him on Price is Right or you watched Sally Jesse Raphael, maybe a little Maury Povich or Jerry Springer.
Which, by the way, I was on the Price is Right.
Yeah.
And I rolled
But he didn't get to meet Bob Barker.
I rolled $1 on the wheel. That's right.
Wouldn't it be hilarious? Now, we haven't seen the second movie, the new sequel just got released, but wouldn't it be hilarious if in the new one he gets in a fight with Drew Carey?
They have to throw him in there. I'm sure they thought of this. This is a simple thought.
I don't think Drew Carey could fight like Bob Barker, though.
They'll make it happen. He's from Cleveland. Cleveland rocks.
Cleveland does rock.
Oh, nice.
I will counter your Shooter was actually not that big of an asshole thing by bringing a series of things Shooter does that makes him a complete asshole. And I'll ask you which one you tell me. What's the biggest asshole move that Shooter does in this movie?
Go.
Number 1, when he first meets Virginia Bennett, Julie Bowen, and she's trying to introduce herself as the tour PR director, and he immediately interrupts her with, what would be great if you could get me a Pepsi. And not only to follow that up with, oh, miss, doesn't say her name, diet. It's like if he sees a woman start talking to him, his mind goes to this woman's here to serve me. So why don't you go ahead and get me a Pepsi before you talk about all that professional mumbo jumbo. So that's one.
Wait, she was the one that they sang this song, right?
For Happy Gilmore, anything.
That Zamboni driver kind of brings that whole scene.
He makes it for him.
He's just lip syncing the whole time. He's like,
Friends listen to Endless Love in the Dark. All right, so that's one. He starts his entire introduction in the movie with his back turned. Like it was some big cameo that he could present to everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, a big surprise for you. Shooter McGavin. How long was he standing back there? Did he like go on stage? Like they're going to freak out. The 9 people in the crowd right now are going to be like, what? Is that Shooter?
What about taking the house?
I have that written. You outbids Happy's
significant, by the way.
Grandma's house.
By the way, it was $275 was the bid, and he pushed it all the way to $350 in one call. That's crazy. That is not good bargaining. That is not good.
No, he was just trying to stick it to Happy because he knew he could outspend him.
Go $300, and he was beat, but he pushed it an extra $75,000, which is crazy.
Then he tops it off by saying, "Or I burn down the house and piss on the ashes." That's right in the conversation for biggest asshole move. He makes that awful joke about, you know what else would be impressive? A golfer with an arm coming out of his ass. He says it like it was some fucking nailed it.
Did you see that?
Yes, nice shot.
He just got a hole-in-one on a par 4.
I know. I just said I saw it.
Oh, I hope he wins. He's a publicist's dream. I mean, a guy who can drive the ball that far, he can really draw a crowd.
You know what else could draw a crowd? A golfer with an arm growing out of his ass.
Going back to one of my favorite lines was when they asked him, "Hey, did you see Happy hit the hole-in-one off a par 4?" He goes, "Sorry, I was too busy winning."
Mm-hmm. I have that written down.
Classic.
He fires his caddy for suggesting a 5-iron, and he decides to go with a pitching wedge, which
he does fantastic with.
It wasn't even like he gave him a bad recommendation. He didn't even give the recommendation a shot. He was just like, "Oh, you know what? My recommendation worked," and he's cool with firing his caddy for that. And saying that he called playing for Chubbs.
A little sensitive subject there.
Yeah,
man.
He's really good at poking Happy, I'll tell you.
Go ahead and push that red button.
And then, of course, does the whole 9th hole at 9 p.m. on the green, which is a little gamesmanship. You know, it seems like a little rib that golfers pull. But I actually got a little list for us, and it involves Shooter McGavin, actually. And that is top sports movie villains of all time. So, obviously, we got Shooter McGavin, arguably biggest asshole in golf history.
If you want a villain, though, I have one quick villain that you guys will appreciate.
Oh shit! Who you
Aside
got?
from Shooter McGavin, he's a villain. He's an asshole, pompous.
Disagree.
But I love the confidence. I love he's witty.
Shooter.
Being witty, Jack Parkman from Major League 2.
He's on my list.
That guy, great villain.
Does not put up his hand when anybody wants to high five him after a home run. Arguably the most dick move I've ever seen done on a baseball field.
I'm the only real winner on the team. The rest of them are losers, either by choice or by birth.
While dressing like Steven Seagal in the post game. Yes.
Nice jacket.
I'll go ahead and just give the rest of my list. Then I also have John Kreese in Karate Kid.
Oh, yeah. Sweep the leg.
Sweep the leg. Judge Smales in Caddyshack. I'm a huge Caddyshack fan.
That's deep.
Yeah, it's a deep cut. Bud Kilner, Varsity Blues. Clubber Lang, Rocky 3. And then, of course, you got to go Ivan Drago, Rocky 4. So,
good list.
You guys vote who you think is the biggest sports movie villain. I would say of all those people, as far as assholes go, Shooter and Bud Kilner in the finals for me. Judge Smales, he's up there too. But you also watch it back as an adult, and you're kind of like, I actually get where some of this rage is coming from. Like, Rodney Dangerfield was fucking horrible to him. He had so many fucking maniacs, which actually Shooter has grievances to be mad about a lot of this movie. Like all the chaos that's surrounding golf and the course. He's talking about, I saw 2 truckers having sex in the woods. How am I supposed to chip while that's going on? Like, yeah, that shit shouldn't be happening. There also shouldn't be like people doing beer bongs at the...
They should though. This is where I have to disagree. This is where golf loses me. It's boring. I know all you guys are a bunch of fans like, hey, have you been shooting lately? Have you just get up for 5 a.m. for your opening shot? I can't stand golf, okay? I can't stand it, okay? I need action. I need movement. The fact that you got that everybody gets into it, you guys hit a ball, and then you got to do like, all right, let's go walk to the ball and hit it again. This is boring. What are you people doing with your? But you know what's funny is that all you guys get a dick and you guys love it. And I can see him out of his head like, yeah, I like that. I can't wait to do it again. Get out of here, dude. I can't stand golf. It's the stupidest game. It's not a sport. You're not athletic. Maybe you're accurate. Maybe you're, good with a stick, but you can't, actually, you're not running. There's no sweat happening. This is terrible. I hate this sport. I'm disappointed that so many of my friends and colleagues and everybody and rich people are like, you got to be good at this. No, fuck that. I hate golf.
I'm just gonna say I'm not disagreeing with you at all.
Yes, you are.
I'm just terrible at golf, so I'm not gonna hate.
But you love it. But you like going.
But I haven't played a full 18 in forever. I went to the driving range recently, and to your point, they literally have a sign that says "No Happy Gilmores," and I'm like, this fucking
it's an actual
sucks.
sign.
They actually say that it's on the rules. No Happy Gilmores, no loud music. No profanity,
Leave me alone.
No weapons.
That's why I really enjoyed that recent scene of the hockey guy beating the shit out of the guy, where he just was talking shit. You did that recent scene that came out 2 weeks ago.
Oh yeah, okay. On that note, I made a whole video. There was the golf fight. Did you see where a guy gets thrown in the river?
That video is one of the greatest things. Bang.
Bang, bang. Throws him all the way. The guy keeps coming. What's wrong with you?
He's a hockey player.
I'm gonna air a quick.
The grabbing of the shirt is clearly this
tie
is
it all in together.
I'm gonna air a quick social media grievance as a result. As soon as I saw that and I saw him get thrown in the river, my wheels got spinning. As a content creator, I was like, you know what? I need to actually redo this and have Bob Barker's head on the guy punching him, and then his head is happy. And I even made the other guy that came in be the homeless caddy guy.
Oh, did you show it real quick?
I'll show it in the right here. It'll be down there. But the annoying thing is, I put that on my social medias. And then you find this out sometimes when you create content. There's sometimes they just decide, nah, I'm not going to have it.
We don't like it.
We're only going to let 8 people see it, and we're just going to lock it away. And then we're just nobody's going to, and you can't understand why. There's no explanation or reason for it, but they're just they're just going to keep that one underground. All right. And it totally just reminded me of that fight. It was the second best golf fight we've ever seen, because it's the second golf fight anybody's ever seen. I would like to see another.
There is no way that you could have been as bad at hockey as you are at golf.
All right, let's go.
Oh! You like that, old man? You want a piece of me? I don't want a piece of you. I want the whole thing. Oh!
Now you're gonna get it, Bobby.
Can I give you a fun fact on that, Bob?
Yeah, I know you have a fun fact about it.
I have a great fun fact on this one.
Okay.
So, I heard that they originally wanted to cast Ed McMahon.
Ed McMahon? That was, that would actually, right? I could totally see that.
They wanted to cast Ed McMahon. He couldn't do it. And then they were like, this is Adam Sandler telling this story. I heard this today.
Yeah.
And he's like, we didn't know who would want to do it. They're like, if Ed said no, I'm like, who are we going to get? So they reach out to Bob Barker, and Bob's like, basically, yeah, sounds good to me, but I need to win the fight.
Amazing. I also heard they wanted to have him get a stuntman, but he was like, I don't need a stuntman because my neighbor is Chuck Norris. So he had Chuck Norris fucking training Bob Barker on the lead up to this movie. And I did
not know these facts.
He was so ready.
I'd honestly say that Bob Barker's cameo in this movie, he gets toe to toe with Happy and ends up taking him out.
Beats his ass.
Beats his ass.
I would say best cameo in any movie that I could think of.
Yeah, I don't think Bob Barker's in any other movie. I don't think.
No, it's his only one and only appearance. And from that point on, anytime I ever watched The Price is Right, it made me love the show more because he's fucking awesome. It's just the way he walks away.
I think you've had enough. No? Now you've had enough. Bitch.
The air punches on the walk-off. And then the fact that they then continue that rivalry through the years. I don't know if you ever saw at some kind of benefit awards show, they redid a whole sketch between the two, and they did a whole fight in a hospital room again.
I did not know that.
It's amazing. You need to watch it.
You know what? I think Price is Right is on now. We could watch that. Love the host. He's just so funny and not crotchety and angry.
You know what else is great about him?
Tell me.
He's worked 25 years and never had to do the whoppity-doo, waka-waka-woo voice.
Yeah.
You know, like a desperate idiot.
Couldn't be nice, could you, Bobby, huh?
This soup is too hot.
Now you're gonna get it, Bobby.
I
think those balls would have been a lot lower.
Hey, I need that.
I'll get it back to you.
Oh no. Oh no, Bobby. No. It's not over yet. It's not. I can't let you die on me. I'm sorry. Come back and let me finish your ass. Oh no. No.
You're truly #1 in my book.
How many fucking asparagus did you eat today?
Is everything okay in this house?
Oh, it is now.
If you're gonna have like one movie credit to your name, like nobody could possibly do it better.
With that said, I need more fights in golf. I need more beer bongs in golf. I need louder.
Beach
I need
balls?
cheering. Why can't we cheer? Why
All right.
Why do they need to be quiet when they're hitting the ball? We should be as loud as possible. Let's change the sport up a bit. If you made this a little more, or at least one of the majors should be fucking just, and then you have to deal with the outside circumstances to do it, and then everybody would come and like turn it into a party PGA. Let's do that, man. Huh?
To your
Nobody?
point, I believe it's called the. I believe it's called the Waste Management Open. Look that up, dude.
Yes, that does exist. Yeah. It's
that
basically.
I think you would have the best time.
I need to be there.
That's what that is. Yeah.
That sounds fantastic.
So next
Love it.
time we'll be shooting live from the Waste Management Open.
Fuck yeah. Let's do an
Lord
episode
willing.
of Caddyshack from there. Let's go ahead and go back to this question that we touched upon at the beginning is, do you think golf could use a real-life Happy Gilmore?
100%.
Because I vote yes, actually.
100%. I need a guy throwing his stick. I need a guy beating up the caddy. I need a guy telling people to go, no, let's make some noise out here.
Right.
I need that. I
Here's
need that
the thing.
for me to be involved in golf and want to watch. I need that.
He needs to be legitimately good, though. He can't be like Happy where he has no short game and he just like blasts the puck. He needs to be like actually good, but like not give a fuck about the traditions and customs that golf has. But he actually needs to win in order for that to actually like matter and for him to actually get the traction. Because let's be honest, Happy would have gotten thrown off that tour fucking a week in. Like he does so many things immediately. There's even one point when he just shucks his putter and the caddy just catches it, and I was like, caddy just saved him from potential manslaughter right there. Like
Aggravated assault.
He just hacked it.
I don't think that should be allowed, like play to the rules, but they definitely need a Happy ASAP.
Can we let all athletes do steroids too? I'm like so for that right now.
Especially golf.
Do you remember Barry Bonds?
Let's get more golf steroids
Barry
going
Bonds
on.
was the most incredible hitter I've ever seen in my life. They could not throw to him because he would guarantee knock the ball. Sammy Sosa. I know I'm talking about baseball right now, but and I think Tiger was actually doing steroids.
There was
early
like
in
a
his
meme
career.
out there. It's like, let's just see what like the human form can really do.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Early
I'm
2000s.
tuning in. I don't care if it's fucking racquetball and they're on steroids. Guess what? We're watching racquetball. That's what's
I'm
happening.
watching racquetball. You know how hard those balls will get hit? Like it's smack. Pickleball. I need any kind of ball. Steroids.
When I think of like a golfer potentially bucking the trend, I don't think it's that egregious to imagine. Like if you think about like what Dennis Rodman was to the NBA in the 90s, he was
his own entertainment.
Yeah, and he was so against whatever like the league wanted him to be. And it wasn't even just the hair dye or the tattoos, but like sometimes he would just randomly like take his shoes off mid-game, kick cameramen. He would do like wild shit that like literally just made him seem like a loose cannon. But guess what? He was always efficient on the boards. He was always
20 a game.
an important player. I don't ever remember Dennis Rodman getting 20 a game, but he was
He averaged 20.
Rebounds. Yeah. Points,
20.
no.
Yeah, maybe
20 rebounds.
Point is,
Yeah,
he was
that's what I
efficient.
meant.
He was an efficient
That was a
player.
terrible shooter.
That
He was
could
a
be
disgusting shooter.
an important part of a championship team. And like because of that, everybody was down to put up with his bullshit. So if we had a golfer that was good enough and actually fun, like Happy is, he couldn't be an asshole like Shooter. And
he could be
also
like Happy.
if you were actually like fun and people really wanted to root for you, I think that there's room for it.
I might start doing Subway again.
Show up wearing sweatpants and Timberlands to the course.
Yeah, like the closest right now is probably like John Daly, but if you like pull him up, you could probably pull a picture. That's not what we're looking for.
You talking about old school Daly? That he's all old and like white,
Daly.
but he still kills it. But he's like just wears a bunch of stuff
point.
and smokes.
But like,
boring. I need some action.
Yeah,
I need
we
some.
need-
Energy,
He wasn't really
man.
good enough, and his
we
problems
need
kind of outweighed his abilities a little bit. I think we had like a Bryson DeChambeau. You see, we'll talk about him. Like, but he's like pretty buttoned up. Like, what does he do? Like, just make some YouTube videos or something? I don't know. We could use a real guy who like really tries to like buck the trend. I'd be here for it. It would get me watching golf more.
It's there for the taking. So
Yeah, whoever wants to pull that off.
all our friends
that
that play golf and you think you're good, wear your hat backwards. Sag your pants a little bit. Eat Subway. Drive a fucking Volkswagen onto the fucking course.
I'm with you all 100% that 18 holes is a long time to play golf. I like the driving range. Anytime I've ever played 18 holes, which, it's not often, I don't really go, like, I'm always like, 9 feels good. I think I'm good with 9. Maybe I got like a few more in me, but like every time I've ever played 18, you get like halfway through the back 9 and you're just like, fuck, dude, I don't even care. I don't even know what my score is. I stopped counting a while ago. This golf cart is the only thing that I'm enjoying right now. Like, you got to keep being like, fuck. There's nothing worse than that moment when you slice it into the woods and then you got to like go follow it.
I'm not doing that.
And then you slice it again. And you're like,
terrible.
This doesn't matter anymore.
And you're hammered because everyone I know
Everybody says they
have
drink too
to
much.
be.
And then apparently it's good time for bonding and networking. Like, go fuck yourself. I don't want to be here right now anyway. But you know what I would do? And they need to come up with another hot take, personal hot take. What we need to do is a miniature golf majors. Like, let's get some professionals.
They probably have that.
Where?
On the Ocho,
I'm
maybe?
sure, yeah. There's professional. I don't think
That
it'd be
would
as
bring
fun.
some action, man.
I don't think it'd be as fun as you think it would be.
I think
to watch.
it would be. I think it would be. I think
feel like
enjoy
I've
that.
seen it on like ESPN, the Ocho. And
I've seen professional pillow fighting and professional pillow fighting.
Yeah. That does come out with a lot of professional pillow fighting.
It sounds very Filipino, but at first I was like, this is actually pretty sick. I'm going to go ahead and watch a couple rounds. And after like the third round, I was like, okay, I kind of get it.
I remember seeing that on Wild and Crazy Kids. They did it for like a round.
Nice pull right there.
Yeah.
Nice pull.
And that was all I needed. They did like one round of it. And I didn't need a whole bracket. I didn't need tournaments. I saw professional Papa Shot on the Ocho the other day. Like some of these, they seem like they'd be fun to compete in a professional level, but I don't need to see
I'll watch
professional
miniature
mini golf.
because I think I can play it.
Maybe if they were at that course, because that course rocked balls, dude. I actually looked up like where that course is.
Where he beat up the clown. And
Yeah. And it's in British Columbia, which is actually where this movie was filmed mostly.
Oh, they went all the way over there for that?
Yeah, and it was called like
Must have been cheaper taxes.
Funland. It was like Bob's Funland. I don't know. That was
Newfoundland.
Side note, just sticking with Chubbs real quick. 3 scenes that stick out with Chubbs. 1, when you first meet Chubbs and he's training the young lady at the shooting range.
Driving range.
That's good. Good shot. And she's just terrible. She's barely hitting the ball about 4 inches ahead. The other scene where his hand gets beaten up by a truck always cracked me up as a kid. And then the final scene of when he actually dies, he literally just falls backwards out of a window. And then they had that one guy that's saying at the
fucking Lee Trevino.
Yeah, Lee Trevino, who just goes no,
Professional golfer,
and then
yeah.
they skip out of it. That must have been a big scene, but like Chubbs made me enjoy this song.
That was the most awkward window.
We've only just begun.
Shut up, Happy. Don't feel bad about me. I got my handbag, see? He also can play piano with no hands.
Shut up, Happy. Don't feel bad about me. I got my handbag, see? We've only just begun to live.
Okay, so let me get to my Chubbs theory. This is my hot take, okay? Are we sure that Chubbs is, A, actually good at his job, B, maybe not a bit of a sociopath? Now, I fucking love Chubbs. He's like my favorite character in the movie, maybe other than Happy. Carl Weathers just has that such like a teddy bear. You just want to love him. He's a great teacher. I love him in this movie. But let's just go through some of the points
All right, hit us. By the way, I wore that hat 2 episodes ago or 3 episodes recently on our Whitney Houston and me and Mrs. Jones
I have
episode.
no idea what you're talking about.
I wore the hat, Chubbs' hat. So
Should have worn it for this
We got a
one.
bunch of episodes for this. Go check us out, Dissect DJs.
All right, let's go through some of this.
Hit us.
First of all, first time we see him, as you mentioned, awful golf coach.
Terrible golf coach.
This lady's probably paying him a fuck ton of money. He's just staring at his program.
But because he's a legendary, people
mumbling,
people pay
like,
for that.
there you go. Yeah, he's just raking her money. He's like, you're going to suck. I'm not even going to bother, teaching you anything.
That's it.
Yeah.
All in the hips.
So he's robbing that woman blind of her golf lessons.
Right.
Then he's continuously ready to jab his hand into anyone knowing that it's a giant 2x4 with fingers carved out of it, right? Constantly using it and just poking and prodding. And then when it gets crushed, he puts it out to like shake hands as though it's gonna uphold. And, he's like, oh boy. It's like, why did you even try to shake hands with it when it's literally still got like a wet glue on it?
A
Like
wood hand for your hand. Like,
yeah.
So many different possible
better prosthetic
rubber,
concept out there.
Yes.
I do like that. It's like
it's hilarious. He's like clearly holding it. It's like a foot longer
it's like
than
just so much longer. It's just like his arms in the jacket like this the whole time.
I also heard that they made it a prosthetic fan because his character in The Predator got that hand blown off. So it's like maybe that's
little
maybe
Easter
that's
egg?
him. Little Easter egg. Maybe that's him.
Wow.
Maybe he's actually still that
This
guy.
movie goes deeper than I thought.
Wow.
Oh, it does. I got another fan theory for you in a minute. And then he carries a fucking loose alligator's eyeball around with him in a glass jar at all times, ready to fucking put it in anybody's face.
Well, he has to show what he did. I mean, I get it. I would do the same thing. If I took an alligator's eye out,
You would keep it in a glass case
I would have that
at all
ready to
times?
show, like, guess what I did? Think about it. If you're like single, what a great technique to break the ice with someone. You know what? I'm a man.
You know what's a way better technique than that is just by saying, hey, my girlfriend's dead, She got hit by a car.
Oh, man.
Hey, my girlfriend's dead, She fell off a cliff and died on impact.
Really? I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
No, I like the eyeball. I'm going to go with the eyeball as a better initiator.
Something else I noticed is he is crazy obsessed with this alligator to the point, like, just seeing the alligator's severed head makes him fall back like 5 feet, fall out a window,
and die.
So he's clearly got a gnarly obsession with this alligator. But also, I don't know if you noticed this, most of the movie, he's got an alligator print on his shirt. What's that, like Lacoste, that bread? Yeah, he's wearing that throughout the whole.
Another Easter egg.
Crazy obsessed with alligators all movie. I'm not saying I'm right. I just wanted to lay out the case. Then it's mainly centered around Chubbs carries around a loose eyeball in his pocket at all time. A little sociopathic. And I'm not sure he's actually a good teacher. His only real coaching to Happy is just tap it in.
All in the hips.
Tap it in. And it's all in the hips. And he takes him to a putt-putt course to try to teach him how to golf. I don't know. I don't know how many pro golfers doing that.
Bringing back the miniature golf, as I said, would be a fantastic tournament for us. Like, I would watch it. I don't care about the Ocho or whatever you guys talk about. Put that on professional.
I don't think it'd be as exciting to watch as you might think.
I disagree, sir.
Which Carl Weathers' death was sadder, Chubbs or Apollo Creed?
Oh, man, Apollo Creed all day.
Yeah.
Apollo Creed for sure.
Really cut down in his prime,
Oh,
right?
man. Right in the prime. And, dude, it was just the acting in that was devastating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the Happy Gilmore, you kind of laugh. And again, I might have snuck this in earlier, but the size of that window that he fell out of, it was almost like French doors. Like, why can you
And he
kind of step over it?
He fell back way farther than he needed to. That was an overreaction to an alligator's head.
Yeah.
I know you weren't ready for it and everything, and
Wait,
Happy should have prepped him a little better.
But the same guy that has an eyeball.
Yeah. He does carry around the alligator's eyeball, so
he
it's
got freaked out by the same.
It was more of a false sense of him, like, I could kill alligators, and then when it really hits him, I get it.
All right, so I said I was going to say another fan theory. Ben Stiller's character, Hal. I saw a fun fan theory of him.
I fucking love it.
He's back in part 2, by the way, ladies and gentlemen.
He's got to
that
be.
should fun. He must is, yeah.
Okay, so we go back to Heavyweights. This is a movie that I know me and Jason at least really love. He's a fucking maniacal camp counselor who's all about starting a business to try to make kids lose weight, right? He loses his shit. He gets tortured by the kids. I think he goes away. He goes to do they take him away to jail? Or is that the end one? I feel like they do. So he comes back and he's like reformed in society. And now he's like kind of assuming a new identity and he's trying to lie low. So he starts this new business of like creating quilts by torturing now senior citizens. And like that's his way of like making business. It's actually a deleted scene that I've only seen on like the TV broadcast, and it's kind of needed. It's like full circle where Happy actually comes back and throws him through a window, which really should have been in the movie because like the loop on that does not get closed.
No, not at all.
And he's just an asshole server there.
And I never understood, even as a kid, like why couldn't Happy's grandma say something about that orderly guy? And he's like, or you could just be like, no, that guy, look at you guys insane. He's trying to kill me. Like, just take me out of here right now.
Give you a warm glass of shut the hell up.
So then
classic.
He gets tossed out of that retirement center by Happy, but now he wants to go back to the fitness world where he really tries to dominate that whole thing where he feels like he's piecing all his like business sides together. What does he become?
Dodgeball?
White Goodman. Dodgeball. Starts at Globo Gym.
Wow. All connected.
Which always seemed like the natural connection from where he became from heavyweights. But I think you could put Hal, the orderly guy, in there in the middle. So, I don't know. It's a fun little fan theory.
Crazy.
Little fun facts. Could do with that what you want.
Here's another song that came from the movie. Here we go.
Yes, that's the montage when he starts kind of putting it together. And he has that one shot where he just like does a drive and he goes right to, yeah!
He knows immediately when he hits it. Yeah.
You know what actually would have made that funny? Is like if they had the extended cut and then they're like, Happy, you shanked it in the water. It didn't go good.
Missed by a lot.
You should stop yelling about that. That was actually a bad shot. You just stop screaming. That first tournament when Happy first plays, Happy had every right to attack the caddy who grabbed his golf clubs. That kid just comes out of nowhere and just thinks he could just like fucking grab him and march off with it. And if we're dealing with a hothead like Happy, of course he's gonna charge and be like, "Hey, those are my grandfather's clubs!" Like he's gonna take him down.
His hair always stood out to me as a kid.
Yeah, how is he
excessive? Like damn near bleached blonde mullet fro. Like it was kind of true. It was kind of a trip.
Yeah, it was a very mid '90s thing though. We used to go to school with a lot of kids who had similar kind of vibes, right. And the flannel shirt with it, and like jean shorts. That was the kind of kid that made sense in the mid '90s. Yeah. It's hard to explain now. No chance Happy knows which ball is at the bottom of the lake when he jumps in there.
He figured it out though.
He jumps in there and he like looks at it. Just grab one. Like if you're gonna go all through the effort of like jumping into the lake to grab the ball, just like grab the first ball you think of. He's like, does make it funny that he like looks at one and like shakes it off. No, I had a Titleist. Then he has a chance to 4-putt to the win. How the fuck did Happy get such a big lead to where he can 4-putt to the win? You gotta have a massive lead. You ever watch a golf tournament on TV?
He has a smack on him, dude. He's able to get to the green in one fucking
But then he doesn't know how to putt. Then it's when everybody else catches up.
Yeah, well, he figured it out.
That was absurd.
He also got a hole-in-one, remember? Yeah.
Also, I made a whole video about this, but when he punches that guy out and he just tears his shirt off in like half a second, that's the best knockout, I think, in like movie history.
That guy that played that, like getting hit, he nailed it.
Yeah.
I watched that clip a couple times, and dude, it's so great. Just look, his head like flops and his
hands the shirt next to his homie.
Is this guy for real?
Yeah. Fuck that guy. It's actually like my most successful TikTok video ever. The best 30 seconds in cinema history is just him knocking out that guy for fucking talking shit. I'm like, you get in there and do it, Sparky. Okay, here's one. Adam Sandler might be the best bleeped out cusser in movie history. That entire sequence when he just keeps like...
Yeah, it's classic.
It's a combination of editing.
The editor too.
The editing of just being able to like hit like, eat monkey shit.
Trying to think how many cuss words is like, you motherfucking piece of motherfucking shit. Yeah. You better not fucking.
Anyway, make sure you bleep all this.
You fucking let it lie. You fucking bitch. Throws the fucking guy down.
But let me work with him.
Piece of monkey.
Okay, fine. But he's your responsibility. If he cleans up his act, he can stay. If he doesn't, it's your ass. And any more of this,
Suck it, oh! There you fucking lie, motherfucker.
and he's gone.
You pussy bitch. You fucking play it where it lies. Fuck you.
Then we also got to just talk about that last round. Okay, first of all, Happy gets insanely lucky throughout the entire last round. He has the one where he like hits it 8 feet wide and it goes 7 feet past and that thing comes back. Kind of makes me think of the conversation he has with Chubbs earlier where he's like, well, some might call it luck, but I'll call it, well, luck, I guess, but so what? And that shit just carries on for him the whole rest of the way.
I gotta admit, you were great out there today.
Thank you.
But you weren't that great. A lot of that was luck.
Well, some might call it luck. I'd like to call it, well, luck, I guess. So what?
Including into the last shot, which absolutely should not have worked for him. Like, that should have been, like, the worst. First of all, it was bullshit that he had to attempt that shot.
Attempt the shot, yeah. Car drove on, hit him, and fucking thing fell down. Now he still has to, no, you have to shoot it.
Yeah, what's the guy? That's the rule. I
That's
can't change it.
crazy.
Sorry.
I don't think that, yeah.
You've been making me so much money, but you know, guess what?
Len, what was that guy's name?
Fuck that guy.
That guy sucked. Yeah. Just because he had to hit it off Frankenstein's foot, like... However, that Jackass guy would have got kicked off the very first time he said Jackass. You ever see, like, Tiger Woods will, like, get somebody kicked out who takes a picture of him in his backswing. This guy's been yelling Jackass all day. There's no way.
I hate that guy.
No chance that guy's not getting thrown out immediately. And how do you get a fucking Volkswagen on the course after that?
Crazy. And hit him. Like, actually smacked him.
And come through. That shit would be, like, there's no way they're not stopping the whole fucking tournament right then. Like, that would be, like... the biggest news of the month.
Like you can shout on the course, but it's like after they hit, not like before and during.
It's in the hole. Yeah, we see that all the time. If a guy drove on Augusta and like ran right through the fucking TV station like that, yeah,
he won't make it through the front gate.
No, he's
no
like, what are you with that fucking Volkswagen?
And then able to drive away with it and shit.
Run off with a flaming arm. Yeah. So then that whole thing falls, and even if they're gonna make him take that shot, Shooter is completely justified in being flabbergasted and outraged that shot goes in. Like, that shot should have just been like the worst attempt. Slapped it off a window and then it went 9 feet in the air and it was like, I guess you lost.
They went mini golfing purposely to practice for that shot, and he did exactly what he needed to. Read the course, went from here to here to here to here to here, and straight in the hole. That's why Chubbs was one of the best trainers ever. I know we were discounting him earlier.
MVP, baby.
He trained him to be ready for that shot, and Happy was ready when the time was needed and smacked it.
Well, first of all,
credit.
He never should have been in that position anyways, because Happy takes 4 hacks at a ball stuck in the rough, then hits it into the water.
And he only loses 1. It goes from -2 to -1. He clearly hacked at that thing 7 times.
And somehow only loses 1 stroke. Yeah. Like, you're out of the tournament from that point on. That is by far the most egregious not paying attention to how golf works. And that's in a movie where a guy drives a flaming Volkswagen through the green and a bare ass at one point just on the court, which is another most random shot of the movie. I've seen that so many times. I'm like, why is there just a random shot of a bare ass? Have you guys ever figured out? I
forgot about that bare ass.
There's no reason for it. It's right after the homeless like caddy guy like washes his underwear. And I remember my brother used to say to me like, "Oh, that was the homeless guy." It's not him. He's standing right there with full pants on. There's a random shot of like a bare ass, and there's no explanation for it. And 20, 30 years later, it still makes no sense.
They're probably going to bring that in part 2.
There's another Easter egg right there for you.
There you go. I'm all about
You know what
the
it was?
Easter
Is Adam Sandler like, yeah, that's funny. Let's do another one. Let's have 2 asses.
That was back in the day. Adam Foley was doing that. So,
do you think that there could be any other sports that would work as a crossover movie?
Man, this was tough because I think they did that in basketball. Remember, they had like football playing baseball, and like they fucking hit a ball out into the outfield, and that guy's trying to catch it and he gets tackled.
But I mean, like, where the premise is this guy's from this sport, and now he's got to like try to take on this other world. You got to think about like sports that actually would kind of like work with each other. Like volleyball and basketball are similar skills. I remember an episode of Hanging Mr. Cooper where he gets like a 7-foot tall volleyball guy in his team, but he can't like shoot, so he like literally like spikes it from mid court and he goes in. I think that was the season finale.
Dude, shout out to Mark Curry right there.
Fucking Mark Curry in the building. You need one where the sport he's coming from has personality. So I think football would be good to work with. Maybe football and soccer, but I feel like Ted Lasso's kind of taking that lane a little bit.
Yeah,
but
he did it.
There might be a little meat on the bone. And I think because hockey players have the most personality, maybe figure skating. Maybe a hockey player ends up in the figure skating world for some reason.
Woo, 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 Kenny Woo.
Oh, yeah, it's gone the other way, hasn't it? Okay, there you go.
There we go.
I don't know. I do think that they did it the best that you possibly do. With
yeah,
those,
I couldn't think of one.
With that said, the reason why we decided to go with Happy Gilmore with this is because Happy Gilmore 2 is coming out. And I recently watched the trailer, which I don't know why they call it a trailer. It's a little awkward. Anyway, the trailer
That's what it's fucking called.
Looks awesome. I do want to get into this subject as to part 2s. Is this going to be a good part 2? And has there ever been a legit part 2 to a movie? Now, typically, in my opinion, I've noticed that most part 2s are shit. They try their best, and then it's like, no, you were doing too much. Space Jam 2. LeBron, stop it. And I'm a LeBron fan. That was a piece of shit movie. What's the other one? Coming to America. What are you guys doing? This is a terrible movie. Willow.
Well, that brings up
the series.
The Coming to America.
Real quick, I just got to go off on this.
All right.
I can't stand that you guys did that to Willow. That's my movie.
I don't know.
That's my movie. He knows
You're the
that
only
I grew up
person.
on it.
You're the only person that even noticed that
Everybody
they did.
knows Willow, dude.
I love
Everybody
Willow,
knows
too.
Willow.
Yeah. But did anybody else notice that they did a sequel? Because I didn't.
Yeah,
I
on
never
Disney.
heard about it.
I read about it and then I just totally completely.
You heard
It
rumblings?
was
I didn't watch it
terrible.
though.
Yeah,
I got
I didn't
through
even know what
episode
happened.
1, and I was like, I'm not watching any more of this
Episode
stuff.
1. What was that? A whole series?
It was
or
a
something?
whole series
All
they
right,
went
well,
off. It was terrible.
I don't care. I
With
never
that
heard about it.
said, was there ever a good part 2?
I'm always fascinated when they
Steve.
do a sequel that's like a deep sequel that's like
20 years
decades later.
later?
Like we've
Yeah,
been
yeah.
waiting for this. So that was what Coming to America just was.
Terrible.
Recently. I remember watching it. And
It was terrible.
I was mostly just like, why are these old guys that were super old in the mid 80s still alive?
Like
Fucking
Randy Watson. I'm just
22.
gonna say, like, I didn't think it was terrible. I thought it was nostalgic, but it was not good. Does that make sense? I don't know.
Nostalgic is kind of what you end up with a lot of these.
But I wouldn't watch it again.
I'm not.
It's not gonna
Will
happen.
never. Exactly.
The most offensive one to me was definitely that Dumb and Dumber sequel. That one.
I did not
You
even
talking about
watch-
Dumb
No,
Dumb
no,
and Dumber?
2. The 2 TO.
So many of us had been waiting forever to see like a Dumb and Dumber sequel with Jim Carrey and Jeff Daniels. And they came out with one in, I want to say like 2015, 2016, like 20 years after the original. And I am usually great at powering through, being like, you know what, this movie's pretty stupid, but like, whatever, I'll just stick with it. That movie was so stupid that I literally bailed on it halfway through, and I just felt, right, like, this isn't getting any better. Like, they went from being like, we're comically stupid to just being like, we're
egregiously stupid.
Frustratingly, impossibly stupid. Like, we couldn't, how do we even tie our shoes at any point? And like they were so dumb, like it was unbelievably unbearable. And I just thought, like, you know, this story's not catching me. I bailed on it midway through, and I've never watched it
So
again.
do you have a good one in mind? What's a good?
But wait,
second?
this was the Dumb and Dumber with Jim Carrey that just came out too, right? Not a couple years ago, or the
No,
one
I think
that
he's
came
talking
out
about the
right
Dumb
after.
like the one that wasn't even the actors.
Yeah, that one was terrible.
It
but
was.
They did another sequel, like you said.
I wish
20,
that-
30 years later.
I wish Justin had actually listened to what I said, because I was just saying the one with Jim Carrey and Jeff Daniels. That's the movie. I was never gonna watch the one that was like their prequel. Yeah, I don't.
Sorry, I was
give
adjusting.
a fuck. Yeah, no, the one with Jeff Daniels and Jim Carrey was so offensively stupid.
It was
that-
just forced.
It was so forced, and I was just like, I don't know who this comedy is for. I don't know if like
Not
children
for us.
are supposed to think it's funny. I
Not
don't know
for
if the original fans, like the original movie had like smart. They were like real people. They were like realistically stupid, like sometimes really stupid, but like none of the jokes were just like no human being would be like this completely moronic, and
Big goals,
that was
huh?
like what made it funny. This time it was just like these two are like missing majority of brain cells, and that's
I skipped it.
yeah,
No
I couldn't do
thanks.
it. I couldn't deal with it.
So any good part 2s? Because I got one in mind, but you guys go. What do you got?
I mean, I can tell you my favorite part 2 of all time is Rush Hour 2. I think that's the best Rush. I
Hour
think
2 is
it's
pretty
way
good.
better than the original. I watched Rush Hour 2 way more times, and I just think that they finally figured out like what to do with Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan, and they really hit their stride in that movie. That's just one of my all-time rewatchable movies. It's the part where they're like, Lee Carter.
Lee, throw it! Where? Throw the bomb over the edge! Throw it! Throw it! Throw it over the edge!
No, there's people down there.
Lee, throw it!
Connor!
Lee!
Connor!
Lee!
Connor!
Throw it!
No!
We about to die!
You just get a feeling that they're just improvising, but then they're just like, what they do is just yell back and forth. I always thought that was so funny.
The bloopers on the
Yeah,
all
and the
Rush Hour
bloopers just show you exactly how much hilarity that those two were together. So
See, I was thinking more like something. I mean, I have a lot of sequels in mind that I do love, but I was also thinking something that original came out 20, 30 years ago. So we're on that train still, just in case.
What do you got?
We have one that we'll share, so I'll let him say that one. But Cobra Kai,
the series,
it was a TV show. Personally, I've only saw a couple episodes, but
Castle loves that.
It
saw
success, right? That's what we're looking for. Like people get good reception and like popularity wise, it like shot up. That's what we're looking for, right? So, not saying that we enjoyed it or we watched it. Castle.
I will say I enjoyed it, and I will also say that they set the blueprint for how to do a deep sequel. I think doing it as a series makes all the sense in the world.
Yeah, except Willow.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
It was
okay,
terrible.
I only know about Willow because you talk about it
I love Willow.
all the fucking time. I watch it once when I was like 8.
I watch it once a month.
I think I fell asleep. Cobra Kai was able to take all the elements of a movie from 1984, and they were able to keep a 6-7 season series going that continued to find ways to like intertwine the stories from the movie, make you invested in like how
that.
they were actually. No, it was just done so well, and then they created new stories that kind of took the entire roles that they originally had and then reversed them. It was just done brilliantly. So yeah, good call.
Did I steal yours too?
No, I wasn't even thinking that, but like, 'cause I was thinking of movies, I wasn't thinking of
the
series.
best sequel that I've ever seen, and I saw it in D-Box. Okay, do you know what D-Box? Are you familiar?
I remember your story from D-Box, so yes.
It's not too fun for some people because I've heard people do this and they're like, I didn't want to move. But in this movie, D-Box is those seats that move while you're like watching the movie. Top Gun 2. Oh my goodness. When you're in the seats, it feels like you're taking off and it was flying. You were flying while they were flying and it was just the best. And the movie, as I watched it again off of Prime later when it came out, I was like, it's actually a really good movie. But watching it in D-Box was the greatest experience of a movie I've ever had in my life.
Yeah, you became Maverick.
I was Maverick. I was in a plane.
Maverick.
It was shaking. It was couldn't
Fucking popcorn flying everywhere.
I'm not a big movie goer. I don't go to movies ever. But for some reason, I decided, I think it's a good idea to go to this movie in D-Box, and did it, and did not regret it. It was the greatest whatever money I spent on it, and I was so happy. I took my mom, and she didn't like it as much because she likes to sit, but I didn't care. I enjoyed that.
That movie is awesome though.
The movie's fantastic.
Fantastic.
It's it kind of looks like Star Wars because they had a little point.
And they brought back movies.
Whatever, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
That was like post-pandemic, and they were the ones that officially were like, movies are back. So I always loved that. Even though when I watched it, it was on a plane like a year ago.
That's good.
I loved it, though.
I thought you were in the sky watching Maverick?
Yeah.
That's actually...
I enjoyed it.
Pretty classic. That's good.
I mean...
I don't think you're giving it enough credit. Because
I loved it,
know it was a little scream, but you were flying while watching a flying movie.
The captain's like, what are you doing in here? I'm like, I'm in the cockpit, sir. I'm sorry.
Felt like the right place to watch this. That being said, I'm very excited about this upcoming sequel.
Yes.
Everything I've seen with the trailer seems like they've done it really well. I love that MJF is in it. He plays apparently Happy's son, who is a wrestler with AEW, who I've gotten to know pretty good over the last year. And just without even knowing anything about his role of it, like, I'm excited. I bet you don't know who MJF is yet.
Idea.
But once you see the movie, I think you'll have a new appreciation for him. And
but they did bring back Shooter. Shooter's back.
Of course,
a lot
Shooter's
of the classics. A lot of classic people from what I saw are still back in
Julie
the movie.
Bowen's back, and
Julie
she
Bowen's
doesn't
back.
have that awful 1995 hair that she had, which
I didn't like.
All the vests.
I like that. Yeah.
All the pantsuits and the vests and like they look like tablecloths.
It's hilarious because like as a kid, I was not even really able to like see past the hairstyle. I never was like that into Virginia because like her hair always felt like that of like a woman in her elderly age back then.
Beer pictures.
Yeah, well, that you want to know why that scene worked is because her hair was wet in it. Even though Shooter gets kind of handsy with her. I don't know.
Let's just go to our happy place real quick.
Yeah, the happy place. Such a.
Yeah, she does look good there. Shooter gets a little handsy with her when he gets involved. I don't know if you noticed that.
I love his little like hip thrust.
Yeah. But I noticed in this past one, he seems like he takes full advantage of the studio space on that one because like even after he gets like all up on her, she kind of like tries to do like a little wink to the camera, like that's the closeout, and he goes back in for another round, and then he lets his like hands really get over there. Shooter really taking advantage of the
Shooter's time. It's Shooter's time.
It's Shooter's time.
Should I play some music in between?
Yeah, go ahead and play one of your songs if you got one ready.
I got one ready.
Ho, 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 it's magic. You know, never believe it's that
Fantastic soundtrack. I don't think we discussed that.
Great credit song.
Great soundtrack.
Yes,
great soundtrack.
It does. Just to run through the rest of the points.
Yeah, we got to wind it down here. What did you got for us? For the
all right, let me just go through the rest of the notes that I took, and
hit us.
That'll be the way we can kind of.
We'll jump in with little comments.
Yeah. We can crush through the rest of it. Okay, who did it better, Vern Lundquist's partner or Bob Uecker's partner in Major League? As the I knew
Dynamite drop in money. That broadcast school is really paying off.
It was hilarious. As I was saying it, I was making a mental note like Justin's not gonna get what I'm saying, but Jason's gonna love it. I already knew exactly where that was going. They definitely go a little
deeper with movies. They like really understand them.
You could also say Pepper from Dodgeball and tie that one back in there.
Well, but Pepper actually talks. My whole thing. I
feel shocked.
I feel shocked. Pepper needs new shorts. The whole thing was Vern Lundquist has his partner that does not speak the whole time, as does Bob Uecker's partner in Major League. Like, does he ever say anything?
He has like maybe 3 or 4.
Dynamite
lines.
Contribution, partner. Yeah. But at least he makes a point of it. Vern Lundquist's partner in this movie literally just sits there the whole time, and at most he gets whispered to. Who the fuck is Happy Gilmore?
Final song for the soundtrack.
Your love don't pay my bills. I need
I think that's when he's winning all the checks.
Mm-hmm. I don't remember that in there
he's
at all.
dominating. He has all the big checks in the back of his car where he just throws the checks.
Yeah. First, I was like, did you mix up the wedding singer?
No, man. I got it right
because that
here.
sounds
Happy
like something
Gilmore
that from the Wedding Singer soundtrack. Why does Mr. Larson still have a nail in his head?
Yeah, it took him. He had that thing
fucking
for like 10 years.
Months later? Like, get
months?
that? You just walk around with that shit? Like, I imagine it's a gnarly surgery, but like,
it
I
probably
don't know.
rusts up when he showers.
Yeah, there's no way that they should get that out immediately.
You don't even notice it.
Yeah. Here's what I noticed last night for the first time. Have you ever noticed how boring the program that Shooter is holding when the fans are asking him to sign it, and then that one lady goes up and like has like happy signers, and they show literally it just says play your best, and it's just a picture of a single golf club. It's literally the most boring golf program, which all the more means that you don't need that thing signed. You just fucking get a red marker on the chest.
And then the old lady does.
The old lady had the right idea, you know?
My final question for both of you is, will you be watching this when this comes out in a couple days? Part 2.
I will always watch Happy Gilmore.
Part 2.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm ready for it.
I'm ready for it, too. I think it's going to be decent. I think it'll be a real popular one that, like, a lot of people are going to watch. I feel like people are going to hate as well as us because, you know, you can never really get a sequel. But, again, from the trailers, it looks good. This is Happy's character. I'm sure it was not that hard to develop around a character from 30 years ago.
The features that he has, too, that we're seeing.
The reason that this movie was the funniest to me and the reason it worked better is because, like I said, he has like a good charm, but he's not too stupid. Like Billy Madison's too ham-fisted, goofy. A lot of his later movies, he's either too boring. He doesn't really have like as much for you to like root for. He's just kind of like a generic guy. Yeah. And this movie has a way of being goofy, but not too ham-fisted, which also has a way of like making random things like funny, like the Zamboni guy singing "Endless Love," the cowboy dwarf that's like dancing in his happy sequences, or even like Abe Lincoln waving at the end. Like these things are like, don't make sense, but they're just the right amount of goofy to where like they kind of fit within the movie that actually is built around a character they're excited to see. And I think that Happy is just actually become like a much better actor. And did I mention earlier that I love his work at like Uncut Gems and Hustler?
You did not mention those, but again, Netflix, give us a sponsor. You know, we put you on there. We're promoting for you, motherfuckers. Good thing. And again, we're getting to the end. Subscribe, like. We're supposed to do that more often than not, and I hate doing it, but you know, it's somewhere down here. I think it's over here. Maybe over.
All right, so let's close it with this. What do you think is the overall theme and message that this movie is trying to deliver?
Let's get real deep on this. Justin and I had talked about earlier, he's going to be starting a new career soon, you know, and, you know, it's kind of like iffy in here and there. And not saying that your career didn't work before, because, by the way, one of the best DJs in the world over here, did my wedding, my brother's wedding, did everyone's wedding, right?
A lot of people's weddings.
But you don't know your full potential until you get out of your comfort zone. So that's where this story is. He's hockey, but everyone knows he fucking sucks. Hey, guess what? You're really good at golf now.
I could smack the shit out of a ball. I got you.
I could smack the shit out of the ball, and guess what? I don't have to fucking take batting cages balls to the face.
They were coming at 90 miles an hour.
90
I just
miles an
noticed
hour.
that earlier.
90 miles an hour. So
that's fucking a gnarly.
That's it,
That's
man.
a gnarly hit. That's gonna crack your skull.
You probably
to be
see a
honest.
sign like that at fucking Home Goods, but it says, "Hey, life starts outside of your comfort zone." So that's my message from this movie.
I love that. Hey, mister, you gotta wear a helmet.
Yeah.
I have something somewhat similar to that. I feel like ours would be connected well. But he says it at the very beginning of the movie. Life is full of surprises. As is the case when his dad, finally having a great time at a hockey game, gets whacked in the face with the most wicked slap shot you've ever seen. So life is full of surprises, but can you adapt and stay true to yourself? Which is, I think, what Happy does. He never actually saw himself being a golfer. It ends up finding him the greatest success he's ever had, but he never trades on who he really is. You know, he keeps his Timberlands, his sweatpants, his hockey jerseys, but he's able to find somebody like Virginia who's able to like keep him moving a little bit to like the right where he needs to be. And maybe we'll see in the second one, he really has found the center of like what he's supposed to be. But I think this is something a lot of people have dealt with. You didn't really have this game plan for you. You didn't find yourself in this career. You didn't think that this was the path you're going to end up on, but life has somehow thrown you there. Can you adapt? Perhaps be more successful than you've ever been, but also stay true to yourself and not sell out on who you really are. And I think that is a great message for us to end on. Can we play some more Lynyrd Skynyrd?
Dissect DJs. Hope you guys enjoyed it.
A little too aggressive for the fade out song. We gotta go
Dissect
more
DJs.
the more happy rhythm.
Dissect DJs.
Sometimes
Hope you
life
enjoyed
surprises, but you gotta dissect it. And you never know when a movie that you always loved is gonna come back around in 20 years. The end.
If you're a podcast host, listen up, this one's for you. My name is Allie Jackson. I'm the host of Finding Mr. Height, a dating and relationship podcast that I've been doing for 4 years now, sharing my positive and practical approach to dating that's built on my own life experience. And I wanted to share another experience that I've had, my secret behind monetizing my show. It's called Red Circle, and I was just telling my colleague about how much I love their platform. With Red Circle, not only am I getting a seamless hosting experience, but I also love the support I receive in ad sales. It's not just typical ad sales either. It's targeted opportunities based on my show and my life. And the platform is super simple. You just set your preferences and Red Circle matches you with sponsors that align with your show. You can vet every opportunity and their platform gives you great analytics. More recently too, my Red Circle team has brought me opportunities outside of my podcast on social media to really augment the podcast partnerships, bring them full circle. I just can't recommend them enough. If you want to give it a try, go to redcircle.com to get your free trial. That's redcircle.com for a free trial.